everyone, and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
I am not sure if I can find a better job.
Today in this video, we are going to take a look at another mini computer from a company we checked out before. For some reason, you guys really liked the previous video, so hopefully this device also holds up. This is actually a $300 mini computer, so keep that in mind. Lower your expectation around $300. Actually $319 or something for the 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD and 16 gigabyte RAM, and $379 or something like that for 1 terabyte storage and 32 gigabyte RAM. But there's going to be a discount code. The vendor promised me they're going to give me like a 10% or something discount code. I will put it in the description. Let's go with 300, shall we? Just to make things even and round. So with the base model, I mean lower level, 512 gigabyte storage and 16 gigabyte RAM. Anyway, but I got the other one. So here's that one. I got the 32 gigabyte and 1 terabyte version one. This is basically called from Peladn and WO series, and this is WO4, and it comes with the Ryzen 7640HS. So this is AMD based mini computer and not Intel. This one is like a 6 cores, 12 threads, max boost clock goes up to like 5 gigahertz, and the base is 4.3 gigahertz, and TDP is something between 35 and 54 watts for the CPU. So we are going to check it out. So let's see what is going on in here. Okay, so inside what we get is like a user manual and an explanation for the ports, which might come handy. Warranty, I guess, and the mini computer itself, which is very lightweight. Oh, it's one of those magnetic quick release ones. All right, that's very nice. That's very helpful. It basically tells you delete this to enter BIOS, F7 to boot menu, and don't make changes if you don't know what you're doing. That's it. And these are magnetic quick release here. I thought it's like one of those you press and pops, but it's not, I guess. Let's keep going. What else is in the box? Okay, the power adapter is actually very nice looking, and let's see. It is 19 volt 5.26 amps. Okay, it comes with a HDMI cable we're not gonna need. That's a mount and bunch of screws. It also comes with an NVMe SSD heatsink and a thermal pad attached to it already, which is very nice. There is also 2 of these rubber bands, and that's it. Quality control stuff. Now let's figure this out. So that's magnetic, as you can see. It attaches quickly. You just need to put some pick or whatever, and there you go. There's like 4 strong magnets. As you can see, you remove that. If you have a nail, it should do the job, but I don't, so that's why you need something like this. And once you open it up, you'll see there's a Crucial. That's very good. The Crucial RAM is in there, and this is 216, as I said, 32 gigabyte version. That's what I got. You know, there are 2 options on the Amazon. And this is a DDR5, 16 gigabyte DDR5 5600 SODIMM. So it should be really fast. For $300, actually, it's quite impressive. And as you can see, there are 2 NVMe SSD slots. One is populated with whatever is 1 terabyte, and it comes with those rubber bands wrapping this heatsink around it, which I'm going to replace, and another one. So nothing else really stands out right over here, but I really like the magnetic cover. It makes my life easier. I'm sure it will make yours as well. So let me remove these before I start switching the SSD. Okay, so let's go over the I/O. So as you can tell, this is the power button, and these are USB 3.2 ports, these 2. This is also USB 3.2 port, and this is the BIOS clear, the small one, and there's 3.5 millimeter jack. And I just noticed my fingerprints is over there. It's glassy, so you can leave marks on it. Just be aware. On the back, you have 19 volt power jack right over here. Okay, and we have another USB. This is USB 4 actually, so that's very impressive. For a $300 computer, it's impressive. So this one comes with a USB 4 port, and this is weird, but it is what it is. This is 2.5 gigabit LAN and 1 gigabit LAN, so keep that in mind. There is a display port, HDMI port, USB 2, USB 2. So mouse and keyboard you can connect here. That's kind of it. There is a heat sink and a fan opening it over here. And since we don't need to, we can really replace RAM and SSD right over there. So far, I really like what I'm seeing. This is the second computer this company is sending me. I'm impressed. The previous one, the video did very well. Anyway, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to install my own NVMe SSD. I'm going to put the Windows and then Ubuntu and take it for a spin. I'll be right back. Okay, so I booted booted and it's booting and it is running a bunch of benchmarks. We are gonna go back to that, but right before that, since I saw a USB 4 port on this one, it just reminded me, I very recently, like a couple days ago, I received this just to keep it around, and it just has suddenly hit me. This is from Orico, next generation ultra fast flash DAS, right? So it's a portable storage where it can give you, with the USB 4, it can give you like 40 gigabits per second data transfers, and it is also compatible with Thunderbolt for the Apple computers, right? I received this because I was thinking, like, USB 4, how can I test it? How can I really benchmark it? It does have like 32 terabyte maximum capacity. You have 4 slots, 4 times 8, 32, and it does have like a shockproof and performance, 40 gigabits per second, and all that stuff. This is from Orico. We unboxed a lot of Orico stuff on this channel, like their NAS. I believe this will also do well. So while that benchmark is running on the background and I'm idle, and as you can see, we are running 3D Mark. I know I'm not recording it right now, but we are getting like 82 watts that's running. And while that is running, we'll come back to that. And this is using 12 volts, 3 amp, 40 gigabits per second. And also it's compatible with Windows, Linux, Mac, they're saying. So let's open this up very quickly as the tests are running for that one. So let's see what is in here. Okay, so that's very nice and small. From the photo, I thought it's going to be bigger. That's a fancy looking DAS, I guess. Let me see what is in here. There is the high quality USB-C cable. We need that. I would definitely not mix up the cables and use something else. This is what I'm going to use with it. There is a bunch of screws for the SSDs that you want to put in there. A screwdriver, power plug, which is the US one, and the data sheet and manual. So the power adapter, let me put this in there. Okay, so the power is output 12 volt, 3 amp, 36 watts. That's max. Okay, so that's the power adapter. And on the back we have this port for the USB. We have one for the power. That's pretty much it. And here are the slots where you can place your SSDs right there. There you go. So you place the NVMe SSD right over here and slide that in there and lock it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Very beautiful, actually. Very nice. Orico Mixed Data Vault, and it's very lightweight. So you can absolutely take it with you, and you will have a very fast 40 gigabits per second USB 4 storage, 32 terabyte storage, up to 32 terabyte storage right with you, and this is it. I will try to also put the link in the description about this. So while the benchmarks are running, I'm going to place a couple NVMe SSDs in here. I should have very fast ones, and then we use that for testing the USB 4 port. Okay, so let me prepare this and let the benchmarks run, and we'll come back to it. All right, so we are back, and I have only good news, honestly. First of all, when it's idle in Windows, it's not right now idle. I'm just telling you there's a small benchmark running on the background. I will show you. But when it's idle in Windows, it's like 19 watts. Okay, and you can see the CPU Z score, 4,930, and for comparison, you can see it's like kind of i5 13400. It's okay for $300. Keep that in mind always. And also I did the sorry, before closing CPU Z, you guys want to see these screens, you want me to walk through it. So here you can see the Peladn and DDR5 32 gigabyte. You can see everything. Okay, AMD Radeon graphics, and it's snappy. I don't know how this tiny computer is this snappy. Serious, like everything I tried, like opening, loading, installing apps, updates I did a lot of for the AMD. Snappy, very snappy. And here I'm just gonna keep this on the screen. This is like the pass mark rating score, and this is the URL for the pass mark. You can see the ID right there on the browser, and yeah, this is the score, 6,816. So this is all impressive and good stuff. Just for the price and this quiet and almost no heat coming out of it, it's impressive. Okay, this is the disk speed. Keep this in mind. This is kind of literally limitations of my NVMe SSD. That's the cap. That's the fastest that it can go, and we are capping it. Okay, perfect score. And I wanted to show you this. So what I did was I wanted to test the USB 4 port. So I connected this USB 4 compatible storage, a DAS, right? So as you can see, it added the 1, 2, 3, 4 disks to my computer, and it is mounted as D. These are striped drives, right? So combined all 1, 2, 3, 4 drives, 1, 2, 3, 4, each 4, 4, 4, 4, for 16 terabytes in total, but I didn't allocate the whole part of it. And the other benchmark that I said it is still running is right over here. So this is the score I am getting for this portable storage that is like 16 terabyte right now, because I put 4 terabytes. So 4 times 4, 16 terabyte storage that you can take with you, and it is using the USB 4 port. Perfectly working. And I want to also show you this in the device manager. There you go. Every single driver was installed correctly and properly using the AMD software. What is it called? Adrenaline, whatever that software. Install everything. The USB 4 driver was missing and some other chipset drivers were missing. I installed that Adrenaline. Is it Adrenaline? I keep saying that. Oh yeah, it is Adrenaline. Okay, so that software that you can see on the screen, okay? I installed that and everything started working. And this is the speed test for the D drive, and D drive is that USB 4 storage, that right there. Okay, so keep that in mind. Everything worked, everything that I tested. I just wanted to show you all that. And also finally the Cinebench score of 700. I reviewed another computer on this channel, the mini PC, that was also $300, that I was getting like 480 score, and this is 709. That's a lot better. So Apple M1 Max is 791 and this is 709. So there is like 80 something difference in between, I understand, but for $300, I'm okay with this, okay? So keep that also in mind. And in terms of gaming, let me load a couple of small games. As I said, Adrenaline is installed, the AMD graphics integrated drivers are installed. Everything was working smoothly, as you can see. So give me a couple of seconds, let's load this game and see how we do in actual games. And you can see the power consumption when the game is loading goes up to like 89. When I was doing benchmarks, I saw close to 90. So keep that in mind. We're gonna do a little bit more accurate testing on the Linux side, okay? Okay, so we are in the medium preset right now, okay? And in the medium preset, we are getting 60 FPS, and it is, as you can see, extremely smooth. So this is not going to cut it. Let's go up. All right, so we are going to go 1080p and high. All right, so now we're switched to high. Let's go back to the game. All right, so we are in the game, 41 FPS. I told you, this is very powerful. I could sense it when I was using the operating system. Told you, this is very fast. So for a $300 on the Euro Truck, we are getting 42 FPS on a high preset, okay? That is impressive. And let me take a look at another one. I don't think we'll do great here, but I'm gonna push it anyway. So let's try. I think it's gonna be 27.8 FPS. We'll see. Let's see how it does. Oh, actually 18 FPS. Okay, so when you go Ultra, we are still kind of not really. No, I don't think you can like this yet. It's 18 FPS. It's not really playable, okay? But I just wanted to show you with Ultra, you get 18 FPS, okay? So you can play some games on it, not a lot of games, but you can play some games on it. That being said, I think everything in Windows I pretty much covered. I know you guys are, some of you at least, are very technical and you want to see also Linux and LLM performance. So first, I'm going to take you guys to the BIOS. We are going to take a very quick look at it, and then we're going to go to the Ubuntu. And yes, I installed both NVMe SSDs and I used their heatsink. So whatever performance you were seeing, it was coming with their heatsink. So here is the AMD TPM. It's right there, and I was seeing the AMD TPM settings as well in the Windows. So very quickly walking through these options, you can pause the video and look further, but these are typical. This is LAN device control. There is also wake on LAN stuff, system firmware, RTC wake up clock, CPU, USB config, okay, network stack, and NVMe security boot, and that's kind of it. At TPM, I was seeing the device in Windows Device Manager as well. CPU common options, there's some more stuff in here, but yeah, that's kind of, these are standard stuff, and the timing stuff for the RAM, okay? Nothing else, nothing special. This is it. Let's go to Ubuntu. Okay, so we are in Ubuntu, and here is the NeoFetch. Everything is right there out of box working. Didn't install even anything, just booted into it. AMD graphics is there, everything was working. Let's do very quickly an iPerf test, for instance, and see how we are doing. Okay, so first let's see if we can read the BIOS without the SOIC clip. Okay, seems like we are not able to do that. There is like a couple of them detected. Okay, this is not working. All right, so we couldn't read. Okay, let's do an iPerf 3 test. And we are getting 2.5 gigabit. That's also perfectly fine working. And as you can see, let the test finish. I will show you the power consumption when we are doing nothing. Okay, so let's wait. There you go. So in Ubuntu, in Linux, we are getting 9 watts idle. That is crazy. Like for this computer, 9 watts, 8.7, 8.8 when it's idle, when it's cool. Okay, so it's very impressive. All right, let's do a stress NG test. And this stress NG test is the matrix prod test. We are running it for 30 seconds. We always do the exact same test on every other mini computer, and you can see it is going to like 80 watts. And now I can hear the fans ramping up. It's not loud at all, but when you are pushing it to the max limit and you get that much power consumption, you can hear the fan. That's all I'm gonna say. In Windows, actually, I hit a lot higher number. So anyway, let's take a look at it. And we got 363,000, okay? And the Bogo Ops is 876. Just for reference, a Raspberry Pi 5 will do 876, not 8,760, 876, so 10 times less in 30 seconds, and it is doing that much in 1 second. So you get the comparison. Okay, that being said, let's do some llama test. Because this is a 32 gigabyte, I'm going to run first. Let's start with DeepSeek R1 14B, and let's see how we're doing with 14B. And if we do very good, I will go one up. Okay, so the same command, same prompt. Okay, that is fast. That is very fast. So I am going to let this run, and then we are going to take a look at the score. And I think I'm going to try the bigger one, the 32B, if it loads and works perfectly. All right, so as you can see, we got 15 tokens per second, and you saw the power consumption. So let me exit this. That's actually very fast. What I'm going to do is I am going to run the 32B model, much bigger, because we are getting already 15.4. Let's, I don't know, call it 16, let's say, and it is doing great for that 14B model. Very, very fast, very impressive. For 300 price range, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have another one that can do 15 tokens per second in the 14B model. If you have, if you know, please drop down below. So I'm going to run the same prompt, but this time we are running on the 32B model. Keep that in mind. Okay, it's not fast, but it is still impressive, and it's doing great. You know, look at the speed. That's, I think, like a 5 tokens per second, and we are just using 80, 85, 84, 83 watts. This is impressive. All right, so let's wait for this test to finish, okay? And then we see the score. Okay, exactly as I estimated, 5 tokens per second. Looking at the power consumption, actually, I know it went up to like 84, 83, but it was in the middle. It was all around 70 watts, 72, 73, 74. Doesn't matter, 70 to 80 watts. For 32B model, we get 5 tokens per second and this tiny computer that you can put it behind your monitor and forget about it. So I'm going to say for $300 price range, I think this is pretty much my favorite so far. So if you know a better one, let me know, but this is doing great. The USB4 port, the SSDs, NVMe SSDs, the max performance, fastest speed, and this LLM performance, and that gaming and all that stuff that you saw in Windows, this is my favorite now. All right, that's kind of it in Ubuntu. Let me see if there's anything else I can show you guys. Otherwise, I will summarize everything. I will be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I replaced the SSD with Proxmox, and you can see 172.16.14. Okay, so now let's go to my computer. Here's the device, 12 core AMD Ryzen 5 7640 HS, and this is the device. That's the one. All right, and I just want to show you guys, I just booted it seconds ago, and I just want you to see how it does, or like containers and the VMs. Okay, so we are going to try every single one of them. Okay, so let's start Windows 1. It used to be, okay, that one is starting. You can watch how long it takes to boot the Windows. Oh, that was it. Okay, so that was the Windows. Let's start up the Linux one. This is Ubuntu desktop, and you can keep an eye on the power consumption. So 50-60 watts, 2 full VMs already started. So let's go back. Okay, and this one is Ubuntu. There you go. And this is also an Ubuntu guest. So you can see how it is doing in terms of performance. I don't know what the hell happened to the operating system. It's not related to this, it's just my image. But yeah, you can see that everything is working perfectly. And this is the container. And oh yeah, that one is also working. Let's also start this container. That one should also work. Yeah, if you see some issues, that's related to the Proxmox on my installation. But yeah, you can see it's snappy and it's working perfectly fine while using like 3750 watts. I just wanted to show you guys that it works even with Proxmox. So you can run as many as, I would say, 5, 6, 7 easy VMs, or maybe 10, 20, 10, 15, 20 containers without any issues on this. Again, this is not related to this. It's something with my Proxmox, but that Proxmox is acting up a little bit. That's related to my installation, but I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I will check that later, because probably before I was using like Intel based ones, so now I switched to AMD. It's acting up. It's not related. This is working fine. I just very quickly wanted to show you guys the performance and power consumption on the power Proxmox as well, and it is doing great, as you can see. While we are here, let's update some packages, huh? So yeah, this no problem whatsoever. Okay, I am impressed. As I said, 37 watts, 2 containers, and one Ubuntu desktop is running. Windows, I don't know what the hell is wrong with it. We'll check later. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestion for me to try or check, I will let you know. I will try, do the test, and let you know down below in the comments. But other than that, I am impressed for $300 price mark, and that power consumption, that LLM and Proxmox, Windows, Ubuntu, perfect. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.